Hey, Bill Hugel here, and we have a really cool video for you right now. I've got some music in the background. I hope it's not too bad here. But anyways, I was talking to some new clients, and it turns out that not a lot of people actually know how to set up a good, profitable Facebook ad. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that in today's video. There's absolutely nothing for sale here. I just want to show you how to set up a Facebook ad. Some of the things that you look out for, how to make the images. We're going to walk through a video. I'm going to show you how to make a quick image and get it ready to go. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to do an ad right there for you. Create one that I'm going to send live. I've already got two up. I was going to walk through those. But screw it. I'm just going to put another ad up. We'll run it and we'll see what it does. So that's just the first part of this video. There's obviously more to come, but yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that. There's nothing for sale. There's nothing to really promote. So I thought I'd do a cool free video for you showing you how to do Facebook ads. All right, let's go check it out in the computer. Stop staring at me. All right, so here's what we're doing. This is how to create a Facebook ad. Now, I'm gonna set a whole bunch of stuff up here, but I wanted to show you how to make some real quick ad images so that you don't have to mess around or any of that kind of stuff like that. So I just wanna show you how to do a quick ad image. Now, you can use video, you can use your own images. This is going to be with a screen capture software. Because I'm a tech illiterate and I wanted an easy way to create ads for myself, so I didn't have to learn a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what I'm going to try and teach you how to do it, is keep it low budget while creating something that is a little different than what you're seeing out there. I sound like a hockey player. And so right now I'm using ScreenFlow. This is just a video. I'm going to use this still frame because I would probably actually use that. And then I'm going to show you how to do a cool little ad here that's going to get approved. Now, if you start with this basic size here, because a lot of it is text, you want to make sure that you just have a decent, reasonable size text. So I like to use simple little one word text box that actually get people's attention, or two, and just say what it is: free training. Hopefully that's right. And then we're going to bring the size down right there. And the reason I'm using this right now is because I'm going to create an ad and put it up for the webinar that I already have some ads for. So this is going to fit into place. Free training. Yeah, because the other ones are free software. So what I'll do is I'll move this up. Boom, right there. And what I can do is I can also not do that. Is I can come in over here. So this is the same kind of stuff on Camtasia if you're using a PC. So we're going to add this, we're going to add this, and we're just going to put some red lines across there. Change that color, make it red. Cool. And then we will slide that over there. Slide this up just a bit. And then we're going to add another one. And we're going to go with this again, but we're going to make it this. It's going to be a red one again. Now, this won't ideally optimize for Facebook, but you can just come back and play with it right there. So free training, might that grab some attention there? Yeah, that might be it. So then I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to save this as a frame. So now I'm going to have this webinar ad 4. No, I think this one's 5 for this that I've created. So quick, look at that. We got an image. Boom. Not a big deal. No problems at all. So next thing we're going to do is we have to have an offer. So in this case, my offer is this page right here. Now, notice something that I'm doing. I'm using an ad of the guy that they're actually going to see on this video. I like to do that because then people just it's congruent messaging, and you want to make sure that you do that. So we have this page here. We're going to click on that link there. just have it. So then we're going to go over to our ads manager. Now this is the business manager. I suggest use it business.facebook.com for all your stuff. And they also have really good help. I had a problem today. I used the help, not live support, because they don't have that unless you're a big spender. But their support forum is really, really good and really easy to use. So right now we're going to go into Ads Manager. We're going to go to traffic. We're going to call this one webinar cold traffic, because this one I'm not going to use one of my lists. I'm going to target for this one to show you guys how we can target. Yeah, I get that. So James webinar cold traffic. Let's do that. And then we're going to come down here. Now this is where I would use my custom audiences. So basically that's having a pixel on every page. That's a completely different story. I'm not going to get into that right now. It is something you want to have down the road, because then you've got audiences that are pretty much as good as having an email list. So you want to kind of have that stuff. Now in this particular case, I'm not going to use Canada. We're going to target. These are going to be the countries that we're going to go to the United States, we're going to go to United Kingdom, and maybe let's slap some Australia in there. Australia, the country, we'll do that. Okay, so there's going to be a few people there. Yep, 283 million and counting. So, all right, I may have been a little lost because I just chased a fly, but I'm going to get back here. So countries, we're just going to use those. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking about age, all right? I'm going to use some numbers that I know, but basically, if you're going to be using ads, what you want to know is you want to know who the people you actually want to target are, and kind of have a general customer avatar. If you don't know how to do that, just think about the most average consumer of what you're using. And as we go through, you'll see that more and more. But for me, I know historically that between 25 and 55, men tend to click ads about my stuff. One of the reasons that is because I'm relatable and I've accomplished something that, a lot of dudes, a lot of dads out there would like to be able to do. And I'm not saying that the moms don't. I'm just saying that I resonate more with men. So now I kind of work towards my targeting and keeping it towards people who are going to click my ads. And not often will women click my ads. I'm not sure why, but they don't. I don't feel bad. It's totally okay. So you want to have an idea. So I found over time that 25 to 55-year-old men click my ads the most. So this is detailed targeting. This is where we're going to do our interests. What do we have there? We have 3.7 million. Let's go with Russell Brunson. 4.6 million. Who else? What might they like? You can use all these big names, maybe Tai Lopez peeps. All good. What do we got? We got 5 million there. So, you know what? Is maybe let's get rid of Frank Kern, because he's got more seasoned marketers looking towards him. People following Tai Lopez, they're probably going to be a little more open to ideas and suggestions. My opinion is that Frank Kern has more seasoned marketers who have been around a while, and he markets to the marketer. Tai Lopez is very much a biz op kind of guy, marketing to anyone with a dream. So I'm going to follow those people because those are the types of people I want as well right now. So right there, we're just going to leave it there. I'm not going to go too far into this. I'd start with these. Then I'd do a couple other names, and I'd start with a smaller budget than I'm going to have today. We'll talk about the budget when we get there. And I keep this very basic. Notice how I don't have the language here. I've just found that it doesn't matter if you put it in there. So we're going to do automatic placements. I always leave it up there. Now, my other ads should be running for 50 a day, but we're going to come down here with this one, and we're going to start it at $5 a day. And the reason I want to start it at $5 a day is because here's how I've noticed that Facebook works, and I don't know if it's doctored or documented, but if you give Facebook $100 and you say, I need to spend this a day, this is what I want to spend a day, they're going to do everything they can to make you spend $100 a day. It's not optimized for, like, they have their optimizations that they do it for, but their whole goal is to get that allotted budget spent. But the same thing can be done with $5. They'll spend it with, they want to force that $5 to be spent. And what I've found is that you tend to get better clicks or a better understanding of what your actual cost is if you start low and then start growing high. That's just my personal opinion. Don't take that as Facebook ad authority. I am not doing millions and millions of dollars worth of ads every day here. So this is just stuff I found to work for me. So this is the ad. This is the budget. I'd start at 5. Link clicks is what we want to do. And then we're just going to click on continue here. We're going to use Bill Hugel. We're going to do the single carousel. We're going to grab an image. And which was the one I created with you guys? Was it this one? No. Where did that go? Was it downloads? Right there. There we go. Okay, yeah, so look at that. Got a nice little fancy dancy ad there. We're gonna be over there. Yeah, see, that's a little sad, but whatever. I don't care. Looks good on the desktop newsfeed. That's what I want them to see. Sure, that's fun. Let's do it. Let's go back. I always compose under the desktop newsfeed. So then remember we went and had our offer URL. That goes here, right where it says website URL. Simple as that. Now, our headline is going to be free software and training. Free software and e-com training. Let's go with that. So then, for the text, I actually had all of this in there. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to head over here. Now, this text, guys, this is about copy stuff. If you don't know anything about copy, you can use some different tricks and all that stuff. And you know what? I'm sure the better you get with your copy, the better off it's going to be. Copy is the words you use to sell people. I find that if you use some kind of pace, some urgency, some I'm awesome, and then a call to action, you're usually pretty cool. Now, what do I mean by I'm awesome? I did this for you. Yay! And now I'm doing this because that's, you know, what we're doing. Whether you're a business or whatever, you need to be proud and happy and tell the world that, you know, you're doing really cool things for it. So I call it the I'm awesome. So make sure that you add some of that in there. And again, if you're afraid to sell your own service, your own product, or the ad that you're pushing, you shouldn't be selling. We need to promote these things. We need to be happy about it. And when you have something that you consider to be valuable to other people, you're going to promote that with a passion. So if you're not there, don't worry. You'll find something that you're promoting, but you're here on this, so you obviously have something you're cool with selling. So the copy, there's tons of different ways to learn it. Let's just paste that in there. So you can read this over. I'll scroll. I'll leave that up for a second so that you can read that, and I'll have a sip of coffee. But you notice I have the link actually right there in the sponsored post. So that's probably long enough for you to read that. I'm just going to grab a sip of coffee. And I try and use this kind of like a, what is it? Kind of like an email. And in fact, I'm going to use this in the next email that I send because I enjoyed it. And then I said, in the other ones, I said, look, it's not that complicated. Simply sign up. Sign up for webinar that could change your life and get a free software for doing so. Click the Learn More button now. let's go with that. Okay, so right there. So look, it's not that complicated. Simply sign up for a webinar that could change your life and get a free software for doing so. Click the Learn More button now. So that'll come up right down here. Why don't I make this bigger for you? So that'll come up right down here. There, that's better. So we're going to get down here, and you're going to see right here it's about conversions. I'm going to say don't track conversions. You can do that, and people will teach you to do your conversions. Well, they won't teach you. They'll explain it to you. I haven't found really good conversion training in a while. So what I do is I just set up different pixels. That's, again, for a different time. But we will cover that at some point down the road. So I turn that off. Don't even worry about it. Just don't. You can just make a new pixel and measure it the same way. Okay, so display link right here. That is this URL. So I'm okay with elitelistbuilding.com or .co. So I'm going to leave it there. But if you want to change this because it brings up a really ugly, or you have a horrible looking URL name that you got somewhere. Anyways, if you just want to change this maybe for branding, freesoftware.com. Oops. .com. So there we go. Check that out. We're good to go. We're going to place our orders. So that's it. All we did was follow the step-by-steps. We created our own image. Now, if you want to use a video, you can do that. I've always done single image ads, and I could be a dinosaur, but they still tend to work. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place the order, and, you know, we'll come back and check out how it worked out later. Place the order, and then I just had an epic battle with a fly, and he crawled back from the abyss. Okay, so that took forever. Continue on. Now let's go over to the ads manager again, see how we're doing. So this one just, the James webinar. All right, look at that, 63 cents a click. We're starting to get some traction on there. This is good news. This one's pending review. Usually it doesn't take too long. Here's one thing that I found. And hopefully that fly doesn't make enough while I finish this off. When I am sending to my own audiences, like James' webinar here, that's to all my own pixels. I have found that I get approved a lot quicker, and I don't fight as much as I do when I'm going to cold traffic. So there's that. Yeah, anyways, so that is the setting up a Facebook ad. It's super simple. Any business can do it. And you should do it because it's great, it's cheap, and when I was starting out, I thought that this was only for super great marketers, and it's really not. It's for anyone, and you kind of learn as you go, and then you'll figure it out. So this is your guide for it. So enjoy. Later.